everyone, welcome to my channel Professionalism 101. My name is Yang and I'll be your guide to professionalism in this video. Today, I'll explain how to use spreadsheets in professional settings. So it's an explanation of how to purpose your spreadsheets for different goals in order to drive your points across effectively. The reason I'm doing this video is that spreadsheets such as Excel and Google Sheets are such commonly used and versatile tools, but I often see people not actually tailoring their spreadsheets to their particular applications. So this is not about technical details or formulas, but more about how you ensure your spreadsheets can seamlessly integrate with your recipient's needs and downstream processes. First, I want to talk about what these versatile applications of spreadsheets are, because as versatile as they are, there are still limits. So I've laid out a spectrum of data handling the way I see it. On one end, we have complex data storage or processing. So I'm talking about databases with strict data integrity rules, or you're processing large or high-dimensional data. On the other end of the spectrum, you have data presentation. So you're presenting something really pretty to upper management or to clients. You can make a spreadsheet look pretty nice, but the format is not suitable for presentations. So spreadsheets are not good for either of those extremes, but it's good for kind of everything in the middle. So you can use it for data analysis, processing data while having some validity checks, presenting the data while making some of the details accessible. However, because of the wide range of applications, you should exercise judgment on how you're structuring your spreadsheet depending on where on the spectrum your application falls on. So I'm going to talk about 2 points on the spectrum, one that's closer to the database end and one that's closer to the presentation end. So first, if your application is closer to the data processing or database end, perhaps you're sending something to finance, IT, or data scientist, or you know it'll be uploaded to a database or processed through some sort of program. So you have to keep in mind how machines process information for this application. Following these rules would be a great help. First, keep a standard form and let your recipients know if you change anything. So when you're part of some sort of process, there likely are other processes that are automated based on your output, and automations don't handle unexpected changes very well. So the worst that can happen is that your change makes something wrong, but actually doesn't throw an error. So that sort of thing is a disaster to fix. Secondly, don't leave blank rows or columns. Many programs can't handle blank columns or rows properly. They may cut it off at the blank, thinking that, okay, the data is done, or it could throw an error. Thirdly, don't duplicate column names. So many imports can't handle that. And for example, Python pandas data frames can't have duplicate column names. So you're causing issues down the line and people will have to rename the columns. Lastly, put all relevant information in actual cells instead of storing information as formatting. So formatting typically don't go beyond a spreadsheet, and it's hard to perform conditional operations on it as well. Another pet peeve of mine is merged cells. They really don't do well with any sort of downstream processes. Closer to the presentation end of the spectrum, maybe you want to send some summary stats to your boss. The purpose here is to have a human mind digest the information. So you want to present a nice summary table which has formulas linking to the details so that your boss can do a deeper dive if they want to. Do use color and formatting to accentuate things. So for example, you could use a red font to really call their attention to something that is maybe a bit of a warning sign. I like some strategic spacing here. It can draw attention to the right things. I would use it much like how you would use spacing in visual communications, particularly on the summary page. You can later on even copy the summary table to a presentation to upper management. So in conclusion, think about who's your recipient, whether it's the human eye or an algorithm, and make your spreadsheet suit the purpose. It's usually not even more work to tailor things one way or another, but giving some consideration to your intended audience will make you come across a lot more competent. Thanks for watching my video. If you liked it, please click the like and subscribe buttons at your earliest convenience. See you in the next video. Best, Yang.